I'm Myong Chung, and I am also one of the KOWIN vice presidents. Today, I'd like to share my story with you. And I don't usually share my personal and professional life with others, but if my story encourages even one of you, and I would feel really happy. I don't have a lot of photos, but I'd like to share some with you and to tell my story. The photo on the left is the oldest photo that I have of my family, and I was born 5 years after this photo. And I am from a traditional Korean family, and I'm the seventh of 8 children and grew up in Daejeon, Korea. And my mom told me that this photo was taken on a Korean Thanksgiving morning, and my brothers had clean clothes for the photo, but noticed that they trashed them just before the photo was taken. Just typical boys. The photo on the right is the oldest photo that I have of me. I think this is my first grade picnic. I'm the one with a hat in back. And by the way, I still love to wear hats. When I was young, and I was very good at painting and received many awards. And I lived in Korea until my 20s. I came to the United States at a later age to visit one of my friends who lived in Huntsville, Alabama. And her husband was a visiting math professor from Korea. And she was nearing the completion of her PhD in computer science. I was very impressed with her. And she was my inspiration. So I decided to stay in the United States and study. I was brave. And I started out with interior design because I was very good at art. However, the program was closed after 1 year, so I have to switch to computer science because I saw a future in it. And it was a completely different field compared to my background. So it was a very difficult experience for me, especially since my English was really poor then. But I learned English, I persevered, and I got through it with a 3.8 GPA and graduated cum laude. So the photo on the left is the only time I took a break from studying. I really worked hard. Now I know that I'm not an isolated case. There have to be many people who feel alone and struggle just as much as I did. So this is one of the reasons that I joined the KOWIN. Maybe I can see someone who's in the same position that I was. Maybe I can help them through their tough times so they don't have to struggle as hard as I did. The photo on the right shows the beginning of my successful professional life in the United States. My first job was at Spacecraft Incorporated in Huntsville, Alabama. And I developed the software for the aerospace market. And I learned that the computer scientists in this business really have to understand the hardware. In my opinion, this subject is not generally taught in computer science. After a few years, and I began to look for better opportunities and started interviewing nationally. So in the end, I received multiple offers, but I chose Northrop Grumman because it was a big corporation in the Chicagoland area. So my second job was at Northrop Grumman in Rolling Meadows, Illinois. During this time, I learned real-time embedded software development. And additionally, this is where I met my husband, and we've been married ever since. I think in 2000, the business in Rolling Meadows started to trend downward, so I looked to expand my career in the commercial world. So my third job was at Motorola in Rolling Meadows, I think Arlington Heights in Illinois. And during this time, I learned a lot about doing hardware and software integrations on truly large systems. So I found a position in the cellular phone switch business as a principal staff engineer. I think after several years, and I heard that there was something was going on at Northrop in support of F-15 fighters, and they were purchased by South Korea. So I was very interested in being a part of that team, but at that time, Northrop was not hiring any engineers. So I called the director and showed my interest to the project. So director just set up an interview right away. So after an interview, I received an offer and I accepted. So this became my fourth and current job. So I'm now fellow engineer at Northrop and worked radar self-protection equipment for military aircraft. I worked on ALQ-135 and F-15 fighters for South Korea and F-16 Block 60 for UAE. And I am currently one of the technical leads on the APR-39 radar warning receiver and electronic warfare system. So I'm very proud of my accomplishments at Northrop. Especially, I am so proud to have contributed to the F-15 fighters for South Korea. Okay, switching to my personal life, my son was born in 2002, so 2 years after I married. The photo on the left was taken while I was still in the hospital. You can see the hospital gown, right? The photo on the left, and then the photo on the right was at home. So notice my boy is sleeping, but today is rare to see since he's a night owl. So after I had a boy and I faced another new challenge. Being a working mom is really hard, and without my help, I couldn't succeed in my professional life. So here is my message to single women here. When you look for a spouse, look for someone who will support your dreams and career. Oh, this is a capacity. My boy is also involved in Boy Scouts. I went camping in Eagle Cave in Wisconsin twice. And yes, I have slept in a cave twice. How many people can claim that? And I was a Jedi and a ninja mom for Halloween for my boys' request. And in the top picture, yes, there is a snow on the tent. It's winter camping. So you have to spend the time with your family because it is a part of your important part of your life. So here is what makes all worthwhile. And my boy is 12 now, and Santa is still good to him. Okay, switching back to profession, I have recognized for my accomplishments. The photo on the left, I am receiving the National Woman of Color Technology All-Star Award at a STEM conference in Dallas. And my family was also invited. On the bottom, my boy got to sit in the cockpit of a commercial airline. How cool is that? And then the pilot was super nice. So this is a very interesting, exciting experience for my boy. Oh, by the way, the airplane was on the ground. And the photo on the right, I gave a presentation about radar tracking algorithm. So this is me receiving an award for that presentation. So here is my message to you. You should strive to be recognized in whatever career you choose. It opens up doors for advancements. I attended the 2011 KOWIN conference, which was held in Ulsan, Korea, and I have interviewed with the KBS and the MK News. This is a short video clip. Let's take a look at that. It's very... It's not really, can hear that, right? That's okay. You can stop picture. That's okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm sure you cannot hear that very well, but during the interview, and I told them, and an important portion of my success is due to Korean traditional values and discipline. So I think each one of you should embrace your ancestral values. Here are words of advice to you. Don't be afraid of accepting new challenges. If you think something needs to be changed, don't be afraid of doing this. Because I changed my career late in life, so I did it, so can you. And work hard in everything that you do, even though you are given trivial tasks from your boss. Do a great job, because it may open up a new opportunity. And focus on your career. This is different than working hard, and you have to understand your advancement path and plan your steps and execute them. And then again, find a spouse who will be supportive of your goals and dreams, and also make time for your family. And most importantly, be proud of who you are and where you came from. Thank you for listening to my story.